Hi fantasy managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. In this FPL video, I'm going to go through my transfer plans, I'm going to look at my team selection, captaincy, and also talk about taking a hit as well as possibly using my last chip. So if you enjoy these sort of videos, give it a like, don't forget to subscribe, and in the meantime, let's take a look. This is my side and how it is set up at the moment during Game Week 33. At the time of recording, we've still got the matches on Thursday night to get ahead, so I still have the likes of Isaac, Trippier, Rashford to play. We don't quite know the extent of Bruno's injury, and that's going to be quite important for what I do in Game Week 34, I think. And I've benched Luke Shaw away at Tottenham. I just feel Tottenham potentially going to score at home in that fixture. And Shaw, we've got a flag on him as well, and I didn't want to double up on that Newcastle defence. Estupinian's already dropped me points. Well, not dropped me points, but he hasn't got anything returned for that Forest game. And midfield hasn't done much either, along with Watkins. So the only person that's really cashed in for me is Haaland, along with everyone else. But it has still been enough to give me a green arrow. It's the 7th one out of 8 since a wild card in the Game Week 26. That's good. Raya, I should absolutely mention that. Great clean sheet for them away at Brentford. Sad news, it took me out to bring Trippier in. But more of an eye with this Game Week 34 than anything else. So can't really kick myself too much with that. I don't know whether me got bonus points, but he probably cost me 1 point, if that. But now I do have Trent for Game Week 34 in any case. So green arrow looks good. I can't see anyone that's really going to hurt me in the fixtures. Maybe if Kane scores a couple, that could possibly hurt me. Shaw keeps clean sheet. I don't know. But I've got enough players there that I should maintain a green arrow. If Isaac and Trippier do well, then who knows? I could end up with even a stronger one. And I'm sitting inside the top 650,000 that is. So it's not brilliant where I want to be, but I'm going in the right direction. I've still got my last chip to play my triple captain, which I am thinking of doing this coming week. So going into Game Week 34, I've got one transfer to make. I've got 1.7 million in the bank, and it is obviously a big double game week for Game Week 34. I'm thinking at the moment, I've got both flags on Fernandes and Shaw. Not so worried about Shaw. He can stay on the bench at the moment, but I've just got one single Game Week player playing outfield, that's Trippier. Then I've got Raya. And there's two players that I really want to bring in. Now, I've only taken a hit in one other game week this season, so I've been really kind of reticent. I've been a little bit cautious, maybe too much so. With 5 game weeks remaining, I feel like I'm just going to be a bit more aggressive in my transfers. And with a double game week, some of the fixtures in the double game week looking so tempting, I am looking at a number of players to bring in. So the one player that I would love to bring in is, of course, Salah. He has a great double with Tottenham at home, Fulham at home. As far as we know, he is still on penalties. He has gone up and he is very expensive. Let's not shy away from that. He's the most expensive player in the game at 13 million. But when you've got fixtures like these, Tottenham, Fulham at home in a double, then you've got Brentford, Leicester, Villa at home and West Ham. None of those games are players that I would not want to bench. I wouldn't want to bench him for. I'd absolutely fine having him in all those games. And I just think I really want him in. Underlying stats are still great. He's got 24 goal returns out of 31 games. Didn't get anything last night against West Ham, but pretty much nailed in that Liverpool side. Like I said, hopefully still on penalties. I really want him in. Getting him in, though, it's going to be a problem. And the other player that I would love to bring in is dropping out Raya, bringing in Ederson. I want a piece of that Manchester City defence. I could go for the likes of Stones or Diaz. Do you know what? I just think the only person that's going to absolutely guarantee minutes in that defence is going to be Ederson. And at 5.4, I think it's a good price. I'm happy to bring him in. He's got 2 sets of doubles. He's got lots of green fixtures. I just think he's good value for money. Set and forget for the rest of the season. He's the one I'll be looking to bring in. In terms of what to take out then, Ollie Watkins would come out. I think he's the only way I can fund the money to get to the players that I want to. Watkins have to come out. Now, he's done absolutely nothing wrong and his underlying stats look great. It's just purely and simply the fixtures. People are shipping him out. I don't know whether that's because of the fact that he's played in the last couple of game weeks. He still looks good. His still minutes look good. If my decision on taking him out is purely that I've got to raise money elsewhere, and he's the only one that I would like to take out. He's got no other double game week fixtures left, and the fixtures look pretty horrible anyway. Man United away, Wolves away, I don't think it's going to be easy. Tottenham, Liverpool, Brighton. You know what, he could score, and Villa playing really well. They've scored, 20 games on the trot? So if they do score, which you expect they'll score in at least 4 out of 5 of those games, possibility Watkins is going to involve with that. In fact, he's only got single game weeks, and he's got some tough fixtures. For me, I'm just going to let him go. Thank you, Ollie. You've done absolutely fantastic from the side, but now I need the money, and he would have to come out. The same would go for Raya. Again, he's done really well, and he's got a fixture at home to Forest this week, which seems crazy that I'm taking him out for that. But he's just got single game weeks, and I'm still going to back Edison to outscore him with a double. And then he's got Liverpool away, Tottenham away, Man City. They do not look like great fixtures. And yeah, Brentford have been really good. Defensively, they've been excellent, and Raya's done fantastically. But with the extra fixtures and Man City having the best defence, I just want to bring Edison in. So the way this would work for me then is, yeah, I would take an 8-point hit, which I'm not really too happy about, but it is a double game week, and I'll get extra fixtures elsewhere. Edison would have an extra fixture over Raya this week and in game week 37, so he's already getting 2 extra fixtures, so I can justify the extra 4-point hit for him there. The other player, Salah, coming in. Now, the only way this would work is if Fernandes is not fit. Now, if he does not play against Tottenham or feature, or he's not on the bench, then he becomes a doubt for the match of the weekend, which is against Villa, and that's enough for me to want to take him out. I don't want to go into that double game week with him not playing part of it. So he would come out and Salah comes in. So to my mind, if he doesn't play against Tottenham, he's a doubt for Villa. Will he start? It feels unlikely that if he wasn't fit 3 or 4 days before the Villa game, which is on Sunday, he's unlikely to start against them. And we've all seen the pictures of him with crutches. There's a worry with him about that. So Salah would come in. Greenwood just literally replaces Watkins. Now, up until this point, I've never carried a player that has just not played, just fodder on the bench. But I think with 5 games to go, the rest of my side looks decent. I think, yeah, I can just play. I can have one of those slots on my subs bench where I'm just raising money for it. So Greenwood's just a fodder that sits there. I think he hasn't played a minute since something like game week 26. So just absolutely, I'm literally playing with 14 men, but my bench boost has been used a long time ago. I've got a strong 14 players. I've got no issues, and I can carry that through. If it was earlier on in the season, I'll be really reluctant, but I don't see how I'm going to get stung by that, and I'll still have transfers to use to get myself out of it if I need to be. But this would give me the side going into game week 34. I love the fact I've got Haaland, I've got Salah in there, I've got these 3 Brighton players. We've got a really good double. I've got Trent and I've got Salah as well. The only single game week player I'd have is Trippier. I could take him out and bring Isak in, but I'm just not sure. Does Isak play? Well, does he rotate some of his minutes with Wilson? So just on that basis, I think Trippier's got a good chance of a clean sheet against Southampton. And obviously he does have some attacking potential. So I'm happy. I've got 10 double game week players there, and they've all got really nice fixtures, which I like as well. Captaincy would be Haaland. Now, the temptation is, I think I'm going to have to do it this week. What I like about this week is Haaland potentially, he's got, obviously we know the situation with the league title, still behind in terms of how many points, but if they win those games in hand, then suddenly Man City will be top, and they are in the driving seat after their performance last night. And they have just the Real Madrid to play in the Champions League, but that fixture won't take place until a week after the West Ham game. So I don't see any need or reason to see why at this moment in time Pep's going to rest Haaland at the weekend against Fulham or against West Ham. If anything, the following weekend, the game before the Real Madrid away trip, that would be when potentially he would be rested. But I'm trying to guess what Pep's going to do, and as we know, no one can. So that could be a disaster. But triple captain looks really tempting to play him. The other one I could just go for is I could just put it on Salah. I know Salah's going to play 90 minutes in both of those games. Hopefully still on pens. And he's got 2 home fixtures. Tottenham, and we've seen how disorganised their defence was the other day against Newcastle. And I'm not suggesting that they're going to ship 6 goals or 5 goals and a half against Liverpool. But I think we can agree Liverpool are capable of doing that. And they're playing a lot better at the moment. They seem to be rolling the crest of a wave. So can I do captain Salah? There's pros and cons. The cons are that I am going against the rest of the community on the league, because most people are going to captain Haaland. So if it goes wrong, I'm going to be just falling further behind. If they stay the same, I'm no better off. The benefit is, I guess, is that I've already got Haaland, so the captaincy not going on him negates the fact that everyone else will get the same score. And then Salah is just a big differential, and I'm tripling captaining him. So if he does score a couple of goals, or at least equals Haaland, suddenly I feel like, as well as a midfielder getting extra points, I could really see a big rise in rank. If I was being a bit more cautious, and I think I do have to worry about being just a content provider and trying to grow my channel here, I need a respectable rank, being open and honest about it. I would be more cautious. I'd just go Haaland, because everyone else has gone Haaland. I'm just going to get triple captain, so I can't get any less. I'll just be getting whatever he scores on top of what everyone else scores because I've triple captained it. So that's the safe bet where I just can't lose. The more risky bet is I go for Salah. If I thought, and if I just took everything else out of the equation, who would I go for, Haaland or Salah? I just think it's a toss of a coin. 2 home fixtures looks really good. But who would I back against Haaland, scoring goals against Fulham and West Ham? I don't know if I could. So I'm going to leave that one to last minute, obviously, until we get any team news. And this is dependent. If we see Fernandes, if for some reason he starts tonight, this does throw it up in the air a bit, because Liverpool have this double, but so do Man United at home to Villa, away at Brighton. We know Fernandes is nailed on pens, and they have the extra fixture of 37. So I'm not sure I would then bring Salah in instead of Fernandes to do that. And if that happens, I still think I'd make the Ederson move, but I wouldn't be looking to bring out. I wouldn't be looking to take out Watkins. I'd maybe look to go to another double week gameplay, which I'd have to have a look at. But right now, I'm expecting Fernandes not to be fit, and therefore I'm going to bring Salah in, because I just worry about his future fixtures going forward. That's it for this one then, guys. Let me know in the comments below whether you are going to captain Haaland this week or Salah if you have both, and what are your transfer plans. In the meantime, we'll be back at you with more videos before the Game Week 35 deadline, team selection, watch list, all that good stuff. So enjoy your Game Week 34, good luck, and I shall speak to you soon.